with the sound. So let me make sure we're live in the group. Let's see here. Make sure the sound's going okay. Boom, boom, boom. Where are we at? There we are.
Bulldog here.
All right. Sound looks good. Let's pop this open.
Day and everything.
See the chat there. All right. And we are good to go. So let's pick up from where we left off yesterday. Here we go. Since most people weren't able to hear what was going on, what we're going to do is set it up. Boom. And this guy. There we go. So what we're going to do is redo yesterday and then go into today. So yesterday was pretty quick anyway. It was just a basic overview of what was going to happen throughout the challenge and what actually is an appointment funnel. So today we'll go ahead and jump into that. We'll cover that again. And then what we'll do is dive right into day 2, which is really customizing your actual funnel itself through the template that we're giving you. What's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for showing up. Appreciate you being here. And so here we are, day 1. Welcome to day 1. And so what is an appointment funnel? Now, appointment funnel is the primary funnel that you use to schedule appointments for potential prospects. What this means is anyone that's coming in, whether they're through paid traffic and they're working through ads and they're coming to a webinar or a VSL and then moving to appointment funnel, or whether it's going through organic traffic and you have setters or salespeople reaching out to them and booking themselves, this is the funnel that you want to have for that. It's going to allow you to automate later on and allow you to put out a place where anyone can come to learn more about you and be able to book an appointment with you if they qualify. And that's the real thing that's good about this is it pre-qualifies your prospects before they can actually book a call. So that way you're not wasting your time with tire kickers or people that maybe aren't qualified or ready for your program yet. This whole funnel is going to be automated. We're going to show you what it's going to do. And let's jump into an overview. Here, let me open up this doc. I forgot to open this guy up. Do stuff, funnels. So if anyone doesn't use Funnelytics, you definitely should use Funnelytics. It's awesome, especially for doing demonstrations like this. So here is the appointment funnel. Now, let's zoom on in and let me explain this to you a little bit. So here we have over to the side here, here's our first entry point. Now, the funnel that we're going to be mainly working on today is going to be the hero funnel. Now, a hero funnel is different than a testimonial funnel in that a hero funnel is great for people when they're first starting out. If you're new to coaching, you don't have a lot of testimonials or any testimonials yet, the hero funnel is what you want to use. It actually makes you the hero of the funnel, hence the name hero funnel. It's going to talk about you. It's going to talk about your potential journey, any results that you've had so far, anything that can help elevate your status, any social proof. It's basically going to be almost like your resume to some degree, and then talk about your program. So then it will talk about your program. And then from there, it will push them to an actual scheduling call or a actual survey, and then they'll fill out the survey. And it's funny, too, because I was talking to one of my coaching clients today, and we were talking, and they're like, well, what if they don't want to fill out the survey? And I'm like, well, if someone won't take the time to fill out a survey, do you really think they're going to sign up with you as a coaching client? And they thought about it and they're like, no, of course not. And that's what I want you to realize. Each one of these steps along the way is a micro commitment that as someone goes through, it makes them move closer and closer that if your program is a right fit, signing up. So we're going to, like I said today, we're going to be working on the hero funnel mainly. Later on, we'll talk about a testimonial funnel. But today, we're really focusing on the hero funnel and getting that up for you guys and getting that customized. Now, once you've got that set up, the next step is going to be the survey. We're going to be talking about that a little bit today. We're going to help you set up your survey. We're going to help you set up your calendar. We're going to help you set up your schedule link and everything like that. which is the next step. And then tomorrow, we're going to be doing all the follow-up, all the emails, the SMS, the connecting everything, making sure that everything happens. So the way that this works, like I said, is you're going to either come in via a testimonial funnel or a hero funnel. They're going to come in and take a survey. Now, if you're using organic or you have salespeople or setters, you don't need a survey, because if they're doing their job right, they should be reaching out into these people in Messenger, making sure they're a good fit before they ever get on the call and pre-qualifying them ahead. That's one of the points in Messenger Convos. So from there, once everyone's decided that they are a good fit and they can afford and work and use your program, they're going to then schedule a call. If you're using a setter or a salesperson, they're going to book it directly on the calendar. If not in the funnel, the next step will flow to an actual calendar page, which will have a video telling them about the calendar appointment and what it is and why they should show up. And then from there, if they're disqualified, they're going to get a disqualification email, and they're going to be put in our 30-day nurture series to build know, like, and trust. In the case that maybe they're disqualified because they're not ready yet, they're not at a stage in their career where they'll meet it, and we just need to nurture them along, and they need to learn more about us before they're a good fit. And the other thing, what's going to happen is when a call is scheduled, it's going to automatically create the opportunity in your pipeline. Now, your pipeline are your different steps, your stages. So let me jump in real quick, and we'll show you just so you can get a visualization of everything. Can't talk. Boom. So if we go in and we want to look at, and we want to look at your actual funnel here, funnel, boom. And everyone that's got an account, we're going to be working mainly in online coaching CRM. You can do this in other funnel builders or stuff, but since this is the thing that I find to be the best for coaches out there to be able to track your clients, engage with your clients, and to send your clients to making a purchase, this is what I'm working with, and I love it. So this is the scheduler funnel here. First of all, like I said, you're going to have your first page. This is your opt-in page. This is where it's going to tell your story for your hero funnel. Then you're going to go into your survey. From the survey, they're going to go to your scheduling page. It's taking a second to load. And then from the scheduling page, they'll then go to the thank you page. Your pipeline, like I was going to say here, your opportunities, you're going to have your sales pipeline where they'll be added in here. If they opt in, as soon as they opt in, they get added right here. If you're moving them, if you're talking to them organically, once you start engaging with the messenger, you want to move them over. Once they schedule a call, they'll appear and schedule a call. And this is just a way you can track where everyone is. So you've got your first engagement with everyone, anyone that's being spoken to in Messenger organically. If you're not doing that, you can always delete this stage in your pipeline. This is all everyone watching. Please let me know if you have any questions. Again, once you sign up for this, if you don't already have your account, this is already all loaded in your account, ready to go. All we're having to do is customize things and make it fit to your brand and your messaging. So again, the pipelines are how you're going to be tracking everyone. And the cool thing about online coaching CRM is as people go to a different spot, you're going to actually have all types of magic fire behind the scenes. So for instance, when somebody schedules a call or gets moved to this spot in the pipeline, all the appointment triggers, the reminders, the nurture series, the five-part video nurture series, it's going to automatically all go out behind the scenes. It's going to help to confirm people. It's going to make sure that they show up on time. It's going to help get your show rate and your close rate up through the roof. So anyway, back to the actual outline, you're going to hit the opportunity and sales pipeline. They're going to launch the email for the 5-part video nurture series, as I said, and it's going to add them to the reminder campaign so that they'll know exactly when their appointment is. The next thing we're going to do is have them go to the thank you page. Now, for some reason, if they no-show for their appointment, you'll either have your salesperson move them, or when they're marked as no-show, it'll move in the pipeline automatically, and then they'll be added to a no-show campaign, which we already have. Again, you'll just have to go through and customize this stuff. Sorry, my nose is itching. So next thing, if they show for the appointment, one of two things are going to happen. They're either going to buy, which is going to be this tree right here, or they're going to not sign up. Now, if they don't sign up, then what you would do is you'd move them right here to follow up. See, it says right here, no close. And when that happens, it's going to add them to the no purchase follow-up series, which is a nurture series for someone that's already been through a majority of your ecosystem. They just need that little extra push to be able to get them to buy. If they do buy, it's going to create them, not only will you move them over here to close, but in your student tracking pipeline we have right here, it will automatically create an opportunity right here in your onboarding. Now, you can change these weeks to however long. It's automatically set up for 12 weeks, but you can lessen or shorten it however you need to see fit by going in your pipeline and deleting these. But the cool thing is, once you move somebody into week 1, it's set up to automatically every 7 days to move someone to the next step. So once somebody starts in week 1, you can just come here and you'll have all your students will automatically be moving through their journey. So at a glance, you can be like, oh, Bob's in week 1 and Sally's in week 4 and Jared's in week 3 and whatever. So all your students, once you move them from onboarding to week 1 in here, they'll automatically track. So it's just an easy way for you to get a good visualization of where everyone is on your actual coaching course in pipeline. So that is the last one. It automatically, what it'll do too, it sends out the welcome email series for your program. It automatically will also send them access to your program along with the logins. And then it'll start a weekly check-in series that I've created where every week it sends them an email and a text message, checking in with them, seeing how they're liking the program and progressing through it. So this is the actual funnel right here. It's really 4 main parts. It's going to be your opt-in part, which is your main page, which we showed you right here. We go back to the funnel here. Let me show you that guy. And again, like I said, anyone that signed up, this is everything you're seeing here is automatically uploaded and in your account waiting for you when you sign up for Online Coaching CRM. There is a trial. Let me get this guy. Let me give you if you go to there you go, onlinecoachingcrm.com, you can sign up for a free 14-day trial to check it out. Let me know what you guys think. And all this stuff, like I said, is loaded into your actual account. So the next thing, what you can expect this week. Now that we understand what an actual appointment funnel is, a basic overview of how it works, and some of the things that we're going to be setting up in the next week, I just want to go over what's going to be happening over the next couple of days. Now, today, we're going to be doing messaging and branding. So we're going to be going into the actual funnel itself. We're going to be doing any customization for you. We'll be going over different headlines, colors, images, all that type of stuff, so that by the end of the day, the funnels literally will be ready to go for you, and you can actually start taking appointments and sales. So the next thing we wanted to do here is talk about day 3. Day 3 is going to be Wednesday. This is going to be our follow-up and automations day. That's when we're going to be going to the emails, the text, all that type of stuff, and branding those for you, making sure that the wording's correct, just customizing it for your brand and your messaging as well, and making sure that it aligns with your offers and your messaging. Day 4. This is the day we're going to actually be shooting our videos. There are 3 videos that you're going to need for the opt-in page. You're going to need one, and these aren't long. We're going to go over it, and I'm going to give you the exact framework and formula on how you can create them. But you're going to need on the first page roughly about a 5-minute video explaining. Now, before I get into what these videos are, realize the purpose of each video is to sell the next step. So on the first page, you're not trying to sell your course and everything. You're trying to sell them on the results, the future that you can give them on your course. You're not trying to deep dive. You're not even really, you're basically giving maybe a 30,000-foot view so that they understand what they're getting involved in. But you're not trying to sell your program here. You're trying to sell them on the results here and what they can expect from it. Don't get caught in the details on this first page. It's basically like, hey, if I was doing mine, I'd be like, hey, on the funnel doc, here's what I've done before. Here's what you can expect out of my program. And down below are some of my results. That'd be on the testimonial funnel, of course. In the hero funnel, you talk down below would be some of the steps that you can look over to see how you're going to be able to get the results that we're talking about in your program. And so that's the video on 1. Now, again, you're just trying to sell the next step. So the video for next one, page 1, is really selling the need to qualify for the survey on the next page. You know, talking about your program like, hey, if we're a good fit, On the next page, I'm going to have a quick survey that I need you to fill out. And from that, we're going to see, we're going to make sure that we're able to be, I don't want to say good fit again. We'll have to work on the wording a little bit there. But we'll make sure we're a good fit. And if so, from there, we'll be able to schedule your appointment and get you in front of someone that's going to be able to help you on your journey and get you started. So, again, we'll work on all this wording. But the second video, you really just want to, the second page won't have a video at all. It's just your survey. Third page is going to be your scheduling page. Now, on the scheduling page, the video on there, guess what? It just needs to sell to get the appointment. That's all you need to do. Hey, down below, schedule your appointment, breakthrough session, whatever strategy session, whatever you want to call them. But that video, again, 2 to 3 minutes, 5 minutes max, like not even 5 minutes. 5 minutes probably way too long. 2 to 3 minutes. Just selling the need to make an appointment. And then on the thank you page, you're going to be selling the actionable steps that we're going to have on the thank you page. I'll show you that. And the need to show up. So once they book the appointment, now on the next page, you need to express it like, hey, if you don't make it, you just want to really instill in them that if they don't make it this appointment, it's going to be one of the biggest mistakes they're ever going to feel like they've made in their life. That's day 4. Day 5, we're going to create a quick payment funnel that's basically going to have a stack in it and then order forms so you can actually take payments. By the end of this, my goal is to have you guys and gals out there already booking appointments. And by the 5th day, like ideally, I'd like to have you guys making some sales out there. So again, we're not going to be deep diving in the sales process or any of that stuff. I'm just giving you the funnel right now and the basic steps. If you want to get into that other stuff, talk to me about my coaching when we get into that. This is basically giving you the ability to have the funnel so that when people start asking about you, you have some place to be able to send them to learn more about you. We're also going to be testing on day 5. And then for anyone that needs, I'm going to leave that as a catch-up day as well for you guys to be able and gals to be able to catch up on everything or anything that you might not be finished in. So with that, we're going to go ahead and then dive into today, starting on day 2, which is right now. That would roughly have been day 1, which we sort of overviewed right there. Now, day 2, we're going to be diving into the actual funnel itself. So if you don't have this funnel already, I advise you to go to Online Coaching CRM. It's right there is the URL, and you'll get this automatically when you sign up for your 14-day trial. Everything I'm going to show you is automatically uploaded, set up, it's connected. I've already hooked it all up. All you have to do is go through and change out some stuff. So as you can see, this is very much like most funnel builders out there. We have sections, which are the green. Within the sections, you have rows. And within the rows, you have, this one is a 1 column. In this one, you have columns, which are the purples. So you've got the green, the blue, and then inside the blue, you've even got the purple. And then inside the purple, you've got the elements themselves, which are orange. So there's basically 4 layers you want to think about it. It's sort of like a layer. So we're starting out here. First thing, if you want, you can put a company logo here. Keep it small. Logos don't sell. Most of you, if you're using a hero funnel, people don't know you well enough to recognize your logo anyway. So don't get caught up on a logo. If you don't have one, come right here, this little trash can, and delete it. But I wanted you a spot where you could come put your logo. And to change this, all you have to do is you click on the image. You see now that it's highlighted. That's how you know what's live off to the left right here. And if you come right here to image, you'll see all you do is you click, and then you can pick another image. So if I wanted to use this little question mark guy, you'll see now he's in there. And we'll go back and we'll put the logo. Now, for changing your colors, let's say that you wanted this button to be, maybe you're doing orange. If you look over here to the side, you're going to see right here, background color for the button. Again, you can see the button's lit up. So that's how I know what section's live right here. Come right here, and maybe you wanted it like this neon green. And then you come down here. Here's your color for your text. You have your main color text and your subcolor text. So maybe you wanted your main color text to be black. And then let's change the subcolor text to be red. Boom. Now, again, that's not the best coloring. Hey, what's up, Yvette? Thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching. So, but this is just a basic overview. I want to show you how easy this is. So you want to think of what your primary colors are. For me, for Funnel Accelerator, it's black is my main color. And then we have gold and white are my other two colors. So I would come through, and for all the blue sections, I change this to my main color. So I'd come over here and I change this to black. And then I'd come over to this guy, and you see how this guy's lit up. I'd come to this black guy background, and I change that to black. So now it's matching my color scheme. And let's say I want to do gold because my colors are gold. That's not really gold. Now, if you guys don't have a color picker, I highly recommend you guys getting this Chrome extension up here called Color Picker, where you can actually just come over something. Like say I wanted to find out what the numbers were for this purple right here. I can now just copy that, close this, and then I can come down here, can't find your custom, add a custom one, and then I just click right here on this little guy, and then paste that in, and you'll see, boom, that it adds that color in there. Boom. Update. Boom. Oh, here we go. Wrong place. Sorry. Boom. There we go. Adds that color in. Bam. There we go. So there is the ways that you can change colors in here. The next thing you're going to want to look at, this is a hook statement right here. So for you, what is your coaching program? Someone that's watching right now, tell me in the chat, what does your program do? What does your coaching program do? What is some of the things we want a bold statement here that's going to grab somebody's attention, but is like a shift in belief. So for instance, here we're like, websites are dead, funnels are the future. You could be, if you're a coach, for me, like if I was coaching, I coach about ecosystems. So I might say something to the effect of, you're losing, without a proper ecosystem, you're losing hundreds of thousands of dollars every month or something like that. Something that's going to be some grabbing statement. You want some type of a hook statement up here that's going to grab their attention. Then you're going to come down here and talk about your program. Are you ready to achieve X desired result? Here's your program name is the answer. And again, you can change up any of this however you see fit. This is just basic outline of how you'd walk through. Our proven coaching program, you can put in here your system will increase. So coaching program will, and then you'd want this will give a desired result in X amount of time overnight. So you'd be like in X amount of time. So we've got, so then you come down and you want, so again, hopefully this all makes sense. You just come in again to change these up. All you do is you just type inside of them. Super easy to do. Let me close this guy. What is this? There we go. Super easy to do. And then down here's another button. If you wanted to make this fonts a little bigger, you can come down here. And again, maybe we want to use that red or purple that we just made. I have a little disclaimer down here. Applications typically respond within 24 hours. You can change this up as you see fit. Down below, if you have any testimonials at all, here's where you want to put them. This is better for someone that only has like maybe a couple. Now, if you only have 2, you don't have 3, what you can do is you can come down here, you click on this little plus down here. This is going to allow you to add another row. You're going to get a 2 column, and you can just drag this stuff down here. So I'd grab this image, pull it down here. You see this little arrow, movement arrow. That's what you can do. And you grab it down here, grab the little divider, and then the name spot. So now if I only had 2, I could do something like that and drag another one down here. And then what I would do is I'd come here and I just delete this row like so. Now, the cool thing is if you're like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? I just deleted that and I didn't want to. See this little back arrow up here? Boom. It helps you delete mistakes. So if you see the back arrow, what you want to do, if you ever make a mistake and you don't save, even if you save it, you can back up to it. So just realize that you can, and also just, you can go forward too. So say I wanted to go the next step where I was at. You can see now by hitting forward, it moves us back to where we were at. So we'll leave that there. Now, the next thing, what does your coaching program do? And this is where you want to go about a 30,000 program. do. You want to think about a 30,000 foot view about this. You want to think about the top 3 pain points that you're relieving here. So it might be if you're healing, or maybe you're a coach is doing systems. So you might talk about how systems increase. I don't know enough about whatever you guys are doing. Not have to think about it. So maybe like today, I have one of my clients. She for instance, does email deliverability. So here you might talk about, there's 3 different stages that we always talk about. The first one, when it comes to email deliverability, is about getting to the actual inbox versus the spam. So the first one here might be talking about inbox versus spam. And then the next one, once they're in the inbox, now you have to get them to actually open it. So how can I increase my open rates? And then the next one, now that I've got it open, how can I get them to engage with it and actually click on it? So the next one might be your click-through rate. So you can see how for that particular program, what are the 3 main points that they're hitting on? Again, you want to always keep this 30,000 foot view. You don't want to ever get into on something like this, or even on a potential sales call, what actually the process you're doing is. And the reason for that is twofold. First of all, the person, if they are listening to you and you're like, oh, it's X, Y, and Z, and in their mind, they're like, oh, I know what they're talking about. I can do that on my own. Well, first of all, if they really knew what you're talking about and could do it on their own, wouldn't they be doing it already? Probably so. So that's one reason you don't want to give them the insight, is because they're going to lie to themselves and tell themselves they can do it when they can't, or they're going to go try and find somebody that's cheaper to get the job done. And the problem with cheaper is quite often it doesn't correlate to better. So you're actually, again, doing them a disservice by telling them about your program before you're able to get them into an environment where you can overcome objections, you can overcome their limiting beliefs, their concerns. And that's what the discovery/sales call is really for walking them through the process of not knowing a lot about your program to being a rabid fan and dying to get involved by the time the sales call over. Mind you, the 5-part video nurture series, when you send that to them, we'll be talking more about that tomorrow. When you send that to them, the cool thing about that, it's actually going to make it so that by the time they get on the call, you're actually just closing them on your process versus having to sell them on the whole thing. That's what the videos are going to do. So hopefully that's not too much. I'm not overwhelming you guys now, but this is going to all make sense when we get it done, I promise. So next thing, you can have a little qualifying statement here, like get started today and start 10xing your sales and leads today. It could be get started today and, start for the email deliverability. It'd be stop hitting the spam today and start getting the inbox where your emails will get read or something like that. You want some type of statement that's going to future pace them and move them forward with a buying decision. Again, you can have the same button now. You might want to change the subtext. I just put it's time to start making money. You might, for the email, it's like time to get in the inbox or something like that. Apply now and get started today. Here you'd have the major limiting belief that your coaching students have. Whatever it is, it could be internal, it could be external, it could be something else. Whatever the number one thing you always hear from them, whatever it is, address it here. This is where you want. That was right already. You're already overcoming and doing a belief shift here. So maybe they, again, we'll stick with email because I've been on that topic. Maybe they don't feel that email is important. So here you'd say something that would grab their attention, like for every person on your email list, the poorest or even the worst stats make $1 for every name on your email list. So maybe it's something like that. So if we're talking about email deliverability, it'd be some statement that's like, hey, for every name, you should be making minimum $1 per month on your list. So 10,000 emails, $10,000 a month just from your list alone. And again, then you want a statement to support this or help support the overcoming this limiting belief. And then each of these headlines, again, would touch on 3, and it could, if you only need 2, you can make it smaller again. 3 statements to support this statement that overcomes limiting belief. And this is going to be just a process, talks about your process. So if we're doing like the email deliverability, it'd be step 1, We're going to get you, we'd get you on a call. We'd review your system. Step 2, we're going to start finding, and again, you want 30,000 foot view. Step 2, we're going to go over your numbers and find out where all your holes are. Step 3, we're going to start putting the systems in place so that we can make sure that you're warming up or whatever it is right, or whatever the next step would be. I don't know. I'm not the email deliverability person. I just coach them on how to do it. So, but these are the steps that you'd want to look at. Let me know in the chat. Are you? There's no. Don't say that. There's sound. There's definitely sound. I checked. Make sure.
Can make sure.
Yeah. See, there's sound, Christine. You're trying to play a funny. Ah, ha, 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 ha. I made sure there's sound this time.
So what? This
See,
is the,
there you go. So you don't have your sound on. That was funny. Let's see here. So here we are again. So this is just a the last statement here. I have your action taker and ready to get started now. Click the button below and set up your free 45-minute. You can name this whatever it is: consultation, strategy session, breakthrough session, whatever you call it, where we will show you how to achieve whatever your desired result is using your method as a coach. Again, you have a button down here. These buttons are going to open a pop-up. This is the pop-up. If you need, this is a form that's in here. The way that it works, and unlike other funnel builders out there, the way that it works here is instead of doing a name line, an email line, in each line, you just go to forms right here, and you have forms that are already made. You'll see I already have one right here. It's called Schedule Funnel Opt-in, and you'll see as soon as you click that, it will actually populate that. Now, if you wanted for some reason to change anything, all you do is you log in, go to marketing, go here to form builder. Here, we'll pull this up over here so it doesn't get in the way of everything. And then you'll see right here, it's going to say scheduler funnel opt-in. And you just click on that, or you can click edit. Either one will work. And then if you wanted to add or change, like say you wanted to change the color of the background, maybe your background's white. What you do is you come over here to style, and then you'll see background. You click on it. You just pull the guy up here to white. And then to close it, you have to click inside the box again. And then you'll see, oh, the font's changed. So now I need to change that to black. Boom. So now you see, oh, the button's changed. So now I click on the button. And you see here the background's white. Maybe I want it black. And then let's change this guy to like a green or something in here. Font color. Oh, wrong one. Font color, button. Boom. There we are. Text. And then maybe I want this to be a green. Like that. Bam. So mind you, that looks terrible, but there you go. You can maybe do something like that. And then you're going to notice if you want, for some reason, to have a border around here. I always turn this off. It's standard to have one, but maybe you wanted to have it so it's like this. You can just turn this up or down. You'll see that the border goes. And then the quarter radius. I like to have a little bit of edge on mine. If you can see at the corners, if I change this up 25, you'll see now they're rounded on the edges right here. Now, width, this is how wide it's going to be. It's standard at 550, but maybe you wanted to make it 1,000. You'll see it's a lot wider now. And that just depends on where it's going to be in your funnel. Right now, I've got it set up so that it easily goes inside where it's at, or goes inside the funnel we have set up. The cool thing about this, if I hit save form and we go back to the actual funnel and we update this, I'm not going to save this so that all the changes I made won't be there. But if I update this, you'll now see that when I pop up, it's changed. The form changed. It automatically updates, which is pretty cool. So if you go into the form here, let me change this back so it makes sense on everything. Background, we're going to go here. Let's get the font color here. Let's click on the button to change its color. Change it back to white. Change this guy back to, oh, wrong one. Button. There we go. Button color. Change this back to white. Change the font to sort of, yeah. Boom. There we go. So now that's back and it fits inside it'll look better on the form. Now, if you want to change this photo in the background here, all you do is you go to settings to background and then change out this image. So if I wanted to maybe be, I don't know, I'll use this as an image. You'll see now it's in there. It is a parallax, so it'll scroll. So all you need to do is just come here and change that out. We'll change it back to what it's at. And if you want to make it darker, if you click on this the actual section right here, you'll see that this background color is a little shaded. So you can actually take this, if I click on it and I go to update and I click on the color and scroll down, see this little slider? I can actually make it lighter or darker. If I go over here, you'll see I'll update it. Boom. We update again. Little transparency slider right here. Update again. Now it's darker. So again, we're not going to save this. So this is pretty much how you want to go through. You're going to go through, change this. You'll see the pop-up is going to have your form in it. Now, once somebody submits this form, then they're going to be going to the next step, which is the actual survey themselves. Now, the cool thing is we have what's called sticky contact on here, which means once somebody fills out their info once, it automatically populates it. So everything from the first form they put would automatically populate here. They'd then hit this button. Now, the spot that you're going to want to go to change your survey is you'll go to marketing to survey builder. Now, the reason why we used a form for the first one and a survey for the second one is we want for the survey to be able to disqualify people. So the way that this is set up is you've got your standard information here. They'll be auto-populated. And then this is your business info. Now, if you want to change any of these questions, all you're going to do is go to settings. And then when it shows up, you'll see, and then it says right here to custom values. Boom, boom, boom. Why isn't it populating? Custom values. Oh, custom fields. Sorry, custom fields. I meant custom fields. Sorry. So you'll see right here are all your questions. So if you, for the first one, have you ever worked with a coach before? And if so, what was your experience like? Maybe you don't want to ask that for your first question. All you need to do is click that pencil and then come in here and change the text to whatever you'd like. The next one, are you willing and able to, this should be invest, not invent. I can't believe I don't have that. Invest. Boom. There we go. Imperfect action. So are you willing to invest in your business and its growth? Next one, how do you feel you're working with a coach will best benefit you and your business? What niche do you currently coach in? Again, these are all questions that I have for my actual coaching survey. So that's why they're set up this way. What's your current income level, etc. Now, this first one is basic info. Second one is business info. Third one is income. You want to check to see how much money they're making. If you're charging, $3 to $5K and they're making less than $10,000 a month, good chance that they won't be able to afford your program. So you might want to ask that. Maybe you want to adjust this one and you don't want it to be 10, you want it to be 5,000. So what you do is you just come in here, you'd go to your settings right here, you'd find the one what's your current monthly income level, click the pencil, and then you just change it right here. So you'd say instead of it'd be 5,000. And then you hit save, and now it would say 5 instead of 10. Now you'll see that on this survey, if I click on this slide, the reason why we have it on one slide is you want to use the logic here. And if you look over to the side, if you pick number 1, less than 10K, it disqualifies you on submission or after submission. If you pick number 2, it will go to the next, which is part 2, part 2, part 2. So really, if they do that, and you could change this to where it can go to any of these slides, but these are going in order. If you needed for some reason to skip a slide or something, you just pick the next slide instead of the slide in order. Income part 2. Now, you have also the ability to disqualify someone immediately. The problem with if you disqualify someone immediately is that people will actually go through the survey again and answer it again until they go to the next step sometimes. So I like to have it as instead disqualify after they submit it so they won't know what questions they sort of messed up on, if that makes sense. The next part, I like to ask them, a qualifier. Are you willing and able to invest in your business and its growth? You want to see if they are, because a lot of people, they might be kicking tires or might just trying to find out what you're doing, and they really aren't looking to invest or move forward in their growth. So this will help get them out. Again, if you don't like any of these questions, you can easily change them. Do you need your business partner or significant other to be on the call to make a decision? Super important one. How many times you've gotten on a call before and they were like, oh, I need to talk to my partner or my wife or my significant other or yada, yada. This is going to help to eliminate that, because the way I have it set up, if they say yes, it should be disqualify on submit. It's going to disqualify after submit. If they say no, then they're going to be able to go to the next one. The next one, start date. This is something really important when you're looking to get started. We want someone that's either looking to get started right now or at the latest next week. If they're looking to start it in 30 days or not sure, they're not a good fit for us. So we're going to want to disqualify them after submit, which it says right now. The next, so this is all set up now. You can see it's all good to go. That is going to be on your right here on your survey page. Now, once they qualify through that and we determine that they're a good fit, they're going to be sent to the scheduling page. And the scheduling page looks just like this. Boom. Let me go to the actual so we can edit and put your calendar. So you're going to see here, schedule your 45-minute, whatever you want to call it now. This is going to be the video where you're going to be on there. You're going to say, hey, this video, this 45-minute breakthrough session, whatever you want to call it, this appointment is literally going to be a game changer for you and your business. We talked before, and you know you've been wanting to make these changes. This session is going to allow you to do it. This is a session you don't want to miss out on, and just really sell the need to show up for this. Now, down here, you're going to come here, and we're going to pick this coaching call right there. Boom. And now you'll see, I'll save this one. Now you'll see this is actually embedded. Now, if for some reason you want to change up your hours, all you need to do, let's close a couple of these, is you go to settings again, you go to calendars, and then you go right here to coaching call, strategy call. You click either on the tab or on edit. You click right here on the edit. And now you can come in and you can change up your availability. So maybe you want maybe you want it to be a 30-minute call. So you can come in here and change it to 30. Maybe you want it to be an hour long. So I have it set up for 45. Slot intervals. This is like right now. So if it's set up for every 30 minutes, so it'd go 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30. Maybe you want them every hour. Maybe you want 45 minutes. You can come in here and change that. Maybe you want a buffer. I'm going to take that out between your appointments. Maybe you need 10 minutes or 15 minutes to prep. So you don't ever want back-to-back appointments. You can put a buffer in here. Now, if you've got multiple people on your team, you can actually change this up so you can have multiple people per slot. So say I had 3 salespeople, I'd want that to be a 3. So at 1 o'clock, each of those salespeople, there'd be 3 slots at that 1 o'clock, 3 slots at the 2 o'clock. And then appointments per day. We're only do this for 1 right now, so you don't overbook. Appointments for day, maybe you only want 4 appointments a day, or maybe you want 6 a day, or maybe you don't want more than 10, whatever it is. You can set a max limit so it'll only book so many appointments. Now, I have this set for 12 hours minimum scheduling notice. That means that people are not able to book appointment more than 12 hours before the appointment starts. It's really good because I hate too many times I've gone to bed and I'll look at my calendar and I'll be like, oh, no appointments till 9 or whatever. And then I'll wake up, and if I don't have something like this, someone can have scheduled an appointment and they'll actually be on the calendar and you can miss them, all types of stuff like that. So I always like to give myself a 12-hour window. That way I can just plan ahead of time. Some of you might want to increase this. You might want to make this 24 hours, but I just have a 12. Some of you might want to make it 6. You might want to make it less. Now, this date range, this is totally up to you, but I don't like to let people book more than 72 hours or 3 days out. If they book 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days out, usually if their pain's enough that they want to sign up and get started, they'll go find somebody else to solve that problem. You want to get them on a call. If they're talking to you right now, there's a good chance that they're ready to go. You just need to ask them the right questions to get them to move down their coaching journey. So 3 days. I wouldn't go any more than that. That's my personal recommendation. I try and get them even less than that, but 3 days max. Down here, you can set your office hours of when you want to take the calls. Right now, it's set up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Say I wanted to start maybe Saturday, you just click it. Maybe I want to take off Wednesday, you just click it. And then your hours. Let's say instead of 9, we want to start at 8 a.m. and end at 5. All you do is change like that. And then the cool thing is you don't have to change them all. All you do is hit this apply all, and it changes all of them. So if I want to go 9 to 5, hit apply all now at 9 or 5, and then you just hit save. Then your confirmation, if you wanted to have them check out any forms that are done after they go through their appointment, it's set up. All the different stuff is set up through here. You can add a custom pixel here. Right now, it's going to say, thank you for your appointment request. We will contact you shortly to confirm your request. Here, I'm going to take out this call office. If you have any questions. So it'd say that. Now, if you didn't want it to do that, you can actually go to the confirmation stage and you can click right here and you can redirect them to some URL. So say, for instance, you wanted them to go to another website or something, you can have them here. Right now, I would leave it here. That way it allows it to go to the next page. And then the final page in the funnel, once they've scheduled their appointment, we're going to then take them to next step. And right here, you see this button action. You could either redirect, you can use the action from the actual calendar, whatever you set it on. You could redirect them to another website, or you can just make it go to the next step like I have it set right there. So the last thing we're going to want to do here is on your thank you page. And now tomorrow we're going to be going through all the emails, the text, all the follow-up. So the last thing you want to do is go to your thank you page. On this, you're going to want to sell the next step. Remember, each video only sells the next step. You're not trying to sell down the pipeline. You're trying to just sell them on the next step. So you might not need 3 steps, but I put them here. I would maybe add a little bit of text underneath here. So it says, thanks for scheduling your breakthrough session, your video. Step 1, join my private Facebook group. Down underneath it, I'd add maybe some text. Here, let's add a little paragraph. And I'd come in, let's make it a little bigger. There you go. So there's some text. And in this, you'd be to tell about your Facebook group, why they want to join, what benefits they're going to get out of it. And then you'd change this link right here to where it says open pop-up. You instead would change it to website URL, and then you just put your Facebook group URL right there, and then I'd flip this little tab, and here we'll just put a hashtag in there so you can fill it out, and now it'll open up in another page. In the next one, this is for your 5-part video nurture series. You're gonna open this up, and then you'll put your URL that go to the first step in your 5-part video nurture series. This is the exclusive training series that you want them to watch before the call. Maybe add a little bit of text to that one as well, so it helps to sell it versus just what's on the actual headline here. Yeah, a little text down here too. And then if there's any other thing, maybe you have a YouTube channel, or you want them to go watch some other training, or you want them to go sign up for your Instagram or something like that, you can always add this 3rd step. If for any reason you don't want the 3rd step, just come over and hit the little trash cans right there and delete everything. So this guy's set up, and this is your final stage in your appointment funnel. This allows people to be able to, first of all, opt in, which is going to help build your list. Then after that, they're going to go to the survey, which is going to qualify them and make sure they're a good fit for your program. After that, it's going to then send the schedule page. It's going to allow them to book a call. And after that, then it takes them to the thank you page. Again, all this other stuff's happening behind the scenes. So as they come to the survey, once they qualify, if they are disqualified, they'll get the disqualifying email in the nurture series. If they are qualified, inside your pipeline, right here on the actual sales pipeline, they would then appear under scheduled call right here. After, let me close this stuff. After they schedule a call, they're going to get the email be sent out for the 5-part video nurture series. The reason why we do both an email and have them on the thank you page is sometimes people just don't get the emails, or they open it too late, and you want to give them as many options as possible to engage in this series, because if you do it right, when they finally get on that call, it's literally at this point just getting the actual close versus having to sell them on the whole process. And then we've got the reminder campaigns that are going to go out 24 hours, the morning of, 1 hour before, and 15 minutes before. You got the thank you page, which we talked about, which has your call to actions on it. If for some reason they don't show, they're going to be moved to the no-show campaign, and the no-show campaign will go out to them, or the no-show opportunity. If they do show, we're then at this point going to either make a sale, or if they don't sign up, we'll move them over to the next stage, which is right here for follow-up for no close. At that point, all the different follow-up series for someone that's actually seen everything but still needs to have a actual nurturing appear. We're going to be going over all this tomorrow. For those that do sign up, they're going to get the welcome email to your series. They're going to be added to the student tracking pipeline. They're going to be instantly given membership access. And once they sign into the membership, they're going to get their Let's Get Started email. Whew. So there you go, everybody. That is the appointment funnel. Hopefully this made sense to you guys and gals. Let me know in the chat. Let me know if this helped you get a little understanding. Let me know if you have any questions about the templates. This is here for you guys. I know that this funnel alone, go in, make some changes on it. If for any reason you don't want a section in the funnel, all you need to do, remember, is come in. Like say maybe on the page right here, you don't have any testimonials yet. You can come right here and you can just hit this little green button and you delete that. Maybe you don't want this to talk about your process. You can come in here and delete that. This is just a good outline. Remember, the whole point of this is to give people enough information that they want to learn more. So again, it's about selling the next step. So that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow we're going to be going in and doing the actual Tomorrow we're going to be going in and doing all the follow-up to emails, the SMS, and be showing how everything works behind the scenes and branding that for you guys. Let me know if this made sense. Hopefully this helped you guys a lot on your coaching journey. I appreciate each and every one of you, and Funnel Doc is